Hi students, welcome to this course, PLC Automation, an introduction to programmable logic controller. I am Professor Yao. Step number 4, add sensors as required. The keywords: limit switch up, enclosures, along with. Once we list the sequence, we find the sensors are needed in the machine to indicate process status. We need a sensor, a limit switch placement, to show that the part has been placed on the mandrel initially. We also need a sensor, limit switch up, to indicate when the mandrel is fully extended upward. Among other possible sensors that a process such as this might need is one to make sure the pen sprayer has penned, and one to make sure the inserter's hands is off the way. Figure 7.8 includes two basic sensors, LSP, limit switch up, and their locations. The figure also shows the enclosure needed, along with the location of start and stop buttons. This picture shows the sensor, enclosure, and the push button locations. Step number 5, add manual controls. The keywords: manual push button up, pressure. We may need a manual push button to raise the mandrel to the top for setup purpose. The manual up position is needed when we set the gun pressures for optimum pen coverage. We include push button up on our later diagram to accomplish this manual control. Step number 5, consider the safety. The keywords: depress, disperse, fumes, photocell proximity, personnel system. One basic way to keep hands out of process is to have two start buttons. Then both hands must be away from the work to depress both buttons, which works until the operator figures out how to use one knee or one hand. Other considerations, which we do not cover in detail here, might be operating a fan to disperse fumes during spraying, or perhaps a photocell proximity personnel system stop devices. Steps number 7, add emergency and master stop switches as needed for operator safety. The keywords: SIM2, continuation, safety issue, emergency stop, consideration, additional step. This may seem to be part of step number 6 because both steps deal with operator safety. It is a continuation of the safety issue, but emergency stop switches are so important that they need special consideration as an additional step. Step number 4, create the ladder logic diagram. The diagram created is to include the steps and the consideration of the first 7 steps. This is shown in figure 7.9 for our spraying example. This shows the ladder logic diagram of the spray system. Step number 9, determine the what-ifs or potential problem areas. The keyword: list, double quote, stop buttons. The sprayer runs out of pen. The master stop button. After the ladder diagram is completed, all possible situations and an emergency should be listed. In this example, some of them might be: what if no pause is in place when start buttons are pushed? What if the power fails during the cycle when the part is rising, during painting, or at any other time? What if the sprayer runs out of paint? What if the same part is left in for a double coat? What if the master stop button is pushed? Does the stop button really stop the entire process, or can the manual move and create a safety problem after the stop button is depressed? It can. All of these type of questions should be considered in the final sequence and the ladder diagram. Homework: handwriting all keywords and submitting them to Coach Facebook. Just do the online quiz and see you next time.